Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to the next class for C programming. Here today we have to discuss for the project depending upon the topics which we have learned so far, and also thank you Bevav. Also we have to go through with a new topic if possible. We'll have the time also, right? So I had changed the strategy, right? So I thought I should not tell you how to write the program, right? I should not write the program for you. I should not type every single line of code and tell you, okay, this line is for this particular logic and this is how we build the logic. So let me tell you how do we actually, how a programmer actually think when he gets to know about the problem, right? So we'll try to execute this project in the same way, in the same manner, like a particular programmer or a manager should tell to a programmer, and programmer should think about implementing the same idea one by one in step by step process. Okay, so how do we structurize entire thing? How do we make the modules, how to work on those modules in separately and connect all the modules at the end, right? So we'll try to work on entire project, right? So I would tell you this complete idea and the modules also. I would ask you to prepare your own modules, right, and try to prepare this project by your own side. Then if there'll be some problems for you, right, for completing this project, I would assist you, right? We'll not move on to next topics until or unless we'll be able to complete this project, right? And once you will be at least close to 70-80% or 90% of the project, or you will stuck somewhere, I would help you to complete that. Or else I would just then start with the first line of the code to start writing with the with the implementation. Okay, so first of all I would try to give you the idea of entire project, right? And then we'll move on to the next topic. The topic would be recursion. So we'll understand why do we need this recursion, and why it is important for us. Also, how do we implement it, and how many types of recursion do we have in C programming, okay, or any programming language also. So how do we implement that that recursion? How can we get the benefit from this topic? And yes, it is really big, and many good programmers, only good programmers, try to use this recursion in programming methods. And we should be careful while working with recursion, because it may turn out to be bad practice if we don't understand in the right way to implement this recursion also. Okay, so let us move with the topic discussion for project. Okay, the topic the project that you can build based on the knowledge which we have gained. There could be n number of projects, right? And I would provide you the list also, right, at the end of this course. I have a list of at least 20 projects, right, which you can build. But let us start with something, right, which should be, at least we should gain, I mean, give you the confidence of implementation of a particular problem statement or idea, right? It does not matter whether how you implement that. Once after some years you will have knowledge upon different programming languages. You can implement in any programming language, but as of now, since you are going with C programming, let us implement that idea, right? Like suppose I would tell you, just I need to go to Bombay, right? So I have multiple options to go to Bombay, depending whether how much time do I have, how much money I want to spend, whom I'm going with, what I'm carrying, right? So all these things will matter to implement or to find the solution of this particular problem, going into going to Mumbai. Similarly, if you have any problem statement, you can give a solution for that problem statement in any programming language. You can implement any logic whatever you want, but the bestest and smartest or efficient method for implementing that solution would be a finite one. I mean, it would have very few concept to implement that idea, basically on getting or of getting good efficient results, right? So as we are going with C, so we'll try to implement the idea in C language only, right? So in coding round, if I solve 90% of the program, but not able to execute and run the program, but my approach is okay. So does I get marks or not? Huh. No, you don't get it. See, here in coding, if although it depends upon the analysis, if I would be analyzing you, I would just analyze you, right? Because nowadays there are people behind checking all these logics. Also there are some specific AI which is being designed to check these codes for time complexity and everything. So if your result is not good, if you would just complete some specific part, maybe 90% part also, you would not get marks. I would not recommend you to believe upon these things until or unless it's like math only. You should complete the problem statement getting the entire result as well, right? Yes, there could be one situation where if time complexity is X, which we are required for any problem or any a question, and also we have given only 1 hour of time. So there could be some tolerance of getting this time complexity in your program. That's it, nothing much. So don't believe upon these rumors if somebody tells you about. Okay, so let us go and understand about the problem now for the project. Okay. So this was our syllabus till this point. Till this point we have covered. We'll go to the next topic, recursion. We'll understand that after discussing the project. Okay, so let me open my writing pad. So the first thing is the first thing is the idea, right? Idea comes only when you know that problem, right? So if you understand a problem, then only you can generate any idea to solve it, right? Yes or no? It's pretty obvious, right? So let us understand the problem. We are talking about a project called ATM machine, auto teller medicine machine, or all time machine, money machine, right? ATM machine is there. We try to we want to implement some functionality of this ATM machine, right? We don't have card. We can think, because this card will be swiped, and we'll get this machine will get some numbers from this card only, right? So we need to type a number, and that can be treated as your pin, right? Pin of a card, or you can say not a pin, can be considered as a card number, right? That's it. As soon as you'll enter your card number, it will verify, right? I'm just telling you what happens in ATM machines. So it will verify, and it will ask you to enter the pin. If it is okay, means like suppose your orientation of entering your or swiping your card is not right proper, right? So if it is improper, I'm sure you'll not be allowed to go inside for the next operation, right? So if it is proper, if it is verified, your card number is okay, then you will be allowed to enter your pin code will be of 4 digit only. So we are not talking about any array where it is the combination of digit and alphanumeric characters, or I mean alphanumeric combination, right? So it's a pin code, right, for 4 digit only. So here we can understand the minimum value of this code could be 1000 and maximum could be 9999, right? Then If we verify this, if it is okay, then you will get some options, right? And the option could be withdraw the amount, deposit the amount, then you can have like ATM machine machine prototype, ATM machine proto, right? We can have library management system, library management LMS, learning management system, many other projects. I would tell you banking management system, right? Tool management system, like many other projects as well. We'll go on discussing about them after some time, once we'll understand the database also. Database can be managed, database can be managed in C programming using file handling, right? So we don't have that, we didn't understand or we didn't learn this file handling till now. So just to gain or verify whether what type of or which type of status that we have built till now of after learning the entire topics in last couple of days. So let us try to evaluate ourselves first. Okay, so we have couple of options: withdraw, deposit, then uh, then balance check, balance check, and pin change also, right? So we have to choose these operations. Suppose this operation is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, right? So as soon as we have chosen any particular operation, we have chosen any operation, suppose like withdraw the amount. So whatever is the amount initially that we have given, suppose the initial amount was 1000. So it will ask you to enter your amount now, right? It will ask you to enter the amount. If you'll enter, suppose 300 rupees, so this amount must be first of all compared to this existing amount. If this amount which has been entered by a user is less than to the amount which is already available, then only it should allow to withdraw the amount. Otherwise it should give a warning that your entering amount is greater than the balance amount or existed amount. Okay, in this way, if you enter less than that amount, then there's a possibility of withdrawn this particular amount also, right? Suppose you have chosen the second option to deposit the amount. So whatever, and after okay, one more thing, after withdrawing the amount, it should show you how much amount is left in your account. That is 700, right? Then if in second option for deposit, suppose your amount was 100,000, and if you want to deposit 500 more, then it should show you after addition your remaining I mean the updated balance is 1500. Okay, these are the calculation. It's very easy. I hope you can do it, right? We can do it very easily. Then now the third option for balance check, it should show you the current balance, because initially suppose it was 700, then you have because you have withdrawn something, your balance was 700, then you have added 500 more, then your balance became 1200. So in third option it should show you 1200 only. Okay, for fourth option, that is pin change. So your pin suppose was 3456, so your 3456 pin should be getting changed to any other number. Suppose that number is 7432, right? This number, should be the new pin, right? For one user. This is for one user. Okay. This is for one user because user can be identified through card number, right? So we were talking about a card number with respect to a user, right? So after, okay, one more thing. So as soon as you will enter your pin, and if your pin is correct, then it should show you the message with welcome and your name of the card holder as well, right? This should be coming, right? And if you don't enter that, it should repeat this process again and again. It should ask you to enter your pin again and again. Okay, you may give the limit for entering this pin for 3 times only, and you can exit the entire application. Again, you have to enter the card number. This process should not be halted anywhere. Once your program is started, it should not be halted, right? It should not get stopped anywhere. The once the program is started, and again this is going to be running, right? So you can choose n number of options anywhere with any operation: withdrawn or deposit or balance check or pin change. In every single operation, you should come out of this operation, and you should go back to your first statement. Welcome to the world of ATM machine, or welcome to this ATM machine prototype, like that. Okay, where you have to enter the card number, then you have to verify that. Again, you have to go inside and check for 4-digit pin number, and then you will find out these operations. Internally, you will have these operations and a number of conditions inside. After updating your account entries, then you will go back to this place. So we are talking about 4 user. I want you to just prepare this entire operation, this prototype, for 4 users. What if I'll ask you to give the provision in this code to add some more user also? Add more user also. These 4 users are predefined, and we can add some more user. We can delete some users also. Suppose there are 4 users and I want to delete one entry from here, right? So there could be an admin pin code also, right? Through this pin code of an admin, right? If you enter any card number, a specific card which is of admin only, and you are entering a pin then of an admin, then you are allowed, I mean, this admin is allowed to do some changes. It can add some user, it can delete some user also. So this entire application I want you to prepare. Will it be possible for you? So this is the entire idea. This is the entire problem that we want to solve, okay, through C programming. Now, your brain should stuck and quantify this entire problem in multiple modules. Okay, so how will you do it? Let me help you with this. Also, first of all, let me get one screenshot. I will send you the screenshot so that it should be with you, and this idea will help you to just know whether what should be done. Okay, now you have to now this was the whole idea, right? Now this idea should be converted into block diagram. What is this? How will you enter into this process? Card number, right? Card number, when it is entered, it could be admin, or like you can say like this. It could be an admin, enter pin, right? If it is verified, no, go to this admin once again, yes, right? Then allowed to update user information. It can delete the user also. Card number, if it is yes, if it is no, then it should repeat here. It should repeat itself. Okay, let's enter the card number. If it is verified, then you have to enter the pin code, 4-digit pin code, right? Then ahead, if it is yes, if it is no, then you will get back to this pin code once again. If it is yes, then you will find 4 options: withdraw, deposit, balance check, and pin change. Balance check, BCPC. Okay, very good. So these four options. So after choosing the option, you will go to implement the operation. Operation. Operation would have its own conditions, right? It will update the info, right? And then it will print the message, the final message. And this process, after printing the final message, right, it will start the entire process once again. This is how it will be. This is the entire idea. Let me take a screenshot once again. Right, so this is how you have to do it. Now you have prepared this flow chart, the block diagram as well, right? Wait. You prepared this block diagram. Now what you have to do, you have to prepare the module. The first thing is, the first module is to prepare the first block, and that is entering user details. It means this is, it requires arrays, right? It requires array. For what? Card details, right? Also the names, associated names with each card detail, right? Suppose a card detail is 543AMPZ, right? This is your card detail. Then the name of this card holder is, suppose, Saurav. So this combination will be there in an array, right? This is your first array, maybe card number, and this will be the second array, which will be called as card holder name, CHN. So likewise, there will be four names, second, third, and fourth. There will be four card numbers, right? And this will be double dimension array. This will also be double dimension array. I hope so, right? Right. This is how you have to do it. And then whichever whichever entry whichever entry is taken place, suppose the first one, then you have to uh, print a message for welcoming that person basically. So this should be your first module. This should be your first module. If you will be able to do this, then you should go for the second one. And the second one is entering the pin. Enter pin. Again, you have four pin. You can have pin array also, pin array, right? Pin where multiple pins are pre-stored. Again, this is double dimension array. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 2, 1. Likewise, four pins are available, right? So you'll enter your pin, then you have to check it. If it is okay, then you will enter into the next part, and that is your operations. Operations are, there are four operations which we have already discussed. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. This is how you have to go through with the second module. After second module, you have to prepare for the third one, the withdrawal only, withdraw, right? Fourth is deposit, right? The fifth is balance check. Sixth is pin change. This user is changing the pin, right? Then there would be another module, seventh one, right? And exit from the operation and go back to home, right? Eighth module was updating users, right? So this is the whole idea. This was the first module just to enter the details and everything. Now you can say this entire last one, this last module, you can keep this module in the starting one or ending one. It's up to you. I believe it should be the last one. Let us work for first user only first. If you will worry about 4 users at a time, this project, I don't think you will be able to make this entire project, right? You will do some mistakes, I'm sure, in between. So let us go for first user, if it will be possible for one user for all the operation, then update it for the 8th module, right? And this is how I have divided task according to me. You can divide your task according to your own method. Either they could be more modules, they could be less number of modules, and these modules, I'm sure, will help you to figure out where exactly you are actually committing the mistakes. If you will do some mistake in second module, third module, only there in that module you have to work more. Okay, so this is the project. Will it be possible to do? It will be based on the index value, right? Your first card, first name will be same. It will be like your first card was this, first card and first card holder name, like that. So same index value will be followed up. This will be index. This is your index number 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. So this index 0 will cover your card number as well as card holder name. First, the another one, next one, like that. Is that okay? It will not be random. No, it's an structured data. Random will make structured data, right? We already know where exactly we have placed the first entry, second entry, third entry, like that. So you must have multiple arrays, right? Multiple arrays. How many? If I'll give you the idea, if you will complete this project, I'm sure you'll love the way we will be working and completing the entire one. I'm sure it will be really fine. Don't worry, because as a whole, I mean, at once, if you'll see the whole project, it will make a burden upon you, right? Don't think the entire one. Just try to divide your task into bit and bytes, I mean the small pieces, the modules, and try to complete and work on those modules, right? This way you can complete the entire project. And if you'll not be able to, I would help you. But let me see whether how much percentage of this project will it be completing by your end only, right? Yeah, so there'll be an arrays for card number, card holder name, for balance, for pin, right? And what else? Admin details, right? And some more, these will be fixed, right? Some more will be there which will be working inside. So some blank arrays which will be helpful for you for the internal operations, maybe 3 to 4 more. So in total there could be 5 to 10 number of arrays, right? Out of which I'm sure some would be for 2D and 1D as well, both. And in this project, we are not using file handling, nor we are using any other, next topic like recursion or maybe something else. So once we'll be completing this, file handling part, I'm sure you will have confidence of going ahead and implementing some database integrations with the programming, whatever we're doing here. This is just for 4 user, maybe some more user can be working, but this file handling will allow you to, or will help you to go for, n number of thousand number of users also. It will have no limit of working with millions of users also, right? And that is why while working with such, operations on real time like banking management systems, the entry which you are doing parallelly from anywhere across the world is actually happening very fast, right? You are just, withdrawing the amount and you are depositing amount, right? So many such operations are happening, and for many million users from across the world, from many different methods also, like your APIs, from any application, online medium, physically you are visiting to a bank branch and doing something. You are paying your bills at n number of places. For n number of places you are using the same currency, right? Think about it. You're converting your currency from one to another, currency as well. So n number of operations are happening. Think what will be the structure at the back side of this entire project. So as of now, we're talking about ATM only. And if we'll go for banking management system, we'll go for library management system. How many books were there? How many categories were there? How to get the books of one specific kind, and I want to search who has taken. We have given only the permission for 10 days to read that book for a user, right? So n number of cases are there. So we are talking about one use case as of now, that is ATM one, and there are millions of use cases. I would give you at least 20 good projects which you can build based on the knowledge which we are actually going through with this entire series of C programming, right? Of this course only. Any question, anyone? If you want to ask something, please ask. Otherwise, we'll go ahead on the next topic. I want you to implement this. If you want this as well, the entire module. कब तक कंप्लीट करना है? हम तो कल वापस से आगे आगे स्टार्ट करेंगे इसी चीज के आगे, ठीक है वैभव? सो ट्राई करो जितना जल्दी हो सके, इफ पॉसिबल विद इन डे, बाय टुमारो ओनली. विल दैट बी पॉसिबल? Let me make another screenshot. Yeah, that's it. कोई क्वेश्चन है तो प्लीज आस्क. Any question, anyone? Shall we go ahead on to the next topic? Or do you need time to implement that? Let me know whether shall we go on to the next topic, or should we stop here, or wait till we complete this project first?
अभी के लिए यहीं पे वेट कर दो.
अच्छा, समझ में आया क्या पूरा जो मैंने बोला कि क्या करना है? क्वेश्चन समझ में आया क्या?
हाँ सर, आ गया.
ठीक है, तो आज के लिए वी हैव हाफ एन आवर. स्टिल वी आर हैविंग हाफ एन आवर फॉर दिस क्लास टुडे. ठीक है, तो आपके पास टाइम है अभी इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने का. कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो ग्रुप पे पूछ सकते हो. एनी टाइम आई विल बी अवेलेबल, right? Anytime I'll be available. I'll try to help you for this implementation. Try to start working by just now only, right? सो आज यहीं पे होल्ड करते हैं, कल वापस से मिलते हैं 8:30, ठीक है? टिल देन बाय बाय। Bye bye bye. Yes, you can implement Anjali on online compiler. This will be possible, I believe. You don't need any specific, I mean, command or library. So you can work on online compiler. No issues, right? ठीक है. Bye 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 bye.